I had one more up there, so that's what we're working for.
And when you see Luka setting the bar, looking in shape, the league is in trouble.
What kind of year do you expect out of Luka?
MVP candidate.
What a Luka Doncic on display.
Angry.
Doncic. You know he wants to make a statement.
Destroyer.
Doncic steps back. He's red hot. Stop it. Stop it.
Honestly, I think we have what we need to compete for the championship. You know, we're going to go for it.
So right now on ESPN.com, you could read Dave McMenamin's in-depth look at this summer of Luka Doncic and how it could be transformational for the Los Angeles Lakers franchise. And how lucky for us, Dave is joining us right now. I think we might need to transform the photo we have here of Luka Doncic. It's no longer reflective of how he's showing up, not at FIBA and not now. But Dave, the Lakers, they showed their commitment back. Luka's been showing it all summer. What exactly did that look like, both in person and from afar?
Well, in person, the Lakers had a group travel to Poland to see him before the start of Eurobasket, and that was a 6,000-mile trip. Rob Pelinka got in the plane, Jeannie Buss got in the plane, the Rambi got in the plane.
Rambi.
They wanted to make it clear to Luka, if something's important to you, it's also important to us. This was really a chance to establish the first footing together after the whirlwind of the midseason trade.
Yeah.
And that extended as the Lakers went back to the States. There was a group chat before and after every game between Laura Beth-Seeger, Luka's manager, Javi Barrio, his physiotherapist, and then Rob Pelinka and Dr. Leroy Sims, who's the head of medicine for the Lakers. And they just wanted to make sure that, hey, is your body right?
Yeah.
Is there any tweaks that we saw in the game? Did we do anything? And then beyond that, they were so, forthcoming and generous with their resources. You know, Slovenia is a country of 2 million people. They had their equipment manager in touch with the Slovenian national team. They're like, if you need any gear, we can send stuff, airmail to you. And really, it was about, you are going to be the face of our franchise, and we want you to be as comfortable as possible in reaching that kind of stature. And if that includes playing for your national team, we're okay with it. We endorse it. We want to see it because we want to see you in your full form. And take control of your career. If you do it, it's going to get us where we want to go to.
And there's really interesting details in this piece about Luka's intermittent fasting, about the Lakers, what their commitment is here to Luka Doncic. But you two cover the Lakers very closely. You have covered Luka more closely than anyone really in his career. And so I want to really distill down what is important to know here, because fans are seeing the pictures and there's a lot of excitement. But Luka's been the face of a franchise before, right? What is different right now, Tim, from your reporting?
I think the slap in the face of the trade and the way it happened, the aftermath, that has been a big-time wake-up call for Luka. I think it has forced him to grow up. And look, there's been flashes of commitment to conditioning for Luka in the past. This feels like something that is the turning of a corner. You know, can he maintain it through the course of the season? We'll see, but you're seeing maturation, Luka, the way he interacted and led a Slovenia team with, Dave.
Had you ever seen that before?
Not to that degree, and he didn't have to be the leader in Dallas. Kyrie Irving was, Jalen Brunson was the vocal guy. On that Slovenian national team, and, in Eurobasket, they put the camera in the huddle, so you really saw it. But I think that was evidence of maturation. The way that he has worked with the front office of the Lakers in a partnership, recruited. These are things, this is different than it was in Dallas. It's certainly the relationship with the Mavericks front office completely broke down, but even in the good times, this is a different approach by Luka. The media approach has been different. Now, when you're talking about maturation, what's the other thing you talk about? Ranting at the referees. You know what, though? A guy who coached him in Dallas was telling me he thinks that's also tied to conditioning.
I see that.
When there's fatigue, there's frustration, and when Luka's frustrated, the refs are going to hear about it. So maybe a better conditioned Luka. I'm not saying can totally cut that out, but cut that down.
So, Tim, I got a question. I mean, you literally wrote the book on Luka Doncic. How does this level of care and commitment and the way the Lakers front office and ownership are treating him compare to the way that Mark Cuban did? Because I felt like Mark Cuban had that sort of embrace of players, and we, the Lakers take care of superstars almost like any other franchise. Is this back to the beginning?
It's back to the beginning, but it's a different Luka. And again, early in Luka's career, his thing was basically like, hey, I hoop. It's not my job to be the general manager. It's not my job to recruit players. He didn't involve himself in personnel discussions at all until they botched the Brunson situation. He's looking around saying, whoa, we've got no chance to contend here. So, similar approach that Cuban had, obviously post-Cuban, not so much.
Yeah.
Completely different Luka, though.
And maybe another growth area that we saw in Eurobasket.
Yeah.
We know he's going to score, right? And he scored historic
But this
numbers.
was a great detail.
35 points per game, almost the most since the guy in 1989 in Eurobasket. He defended. And the Lakers assistant coach Greg St. Jean was on the Slovenian staff. And one of the things he did was put together a video edit of all the plays that he saw. Luka committing to defense, talking on defense, being in the right proper spacing. And he showed it to the Slovenian national coach. He said, hey, I want to show you who our best defender is. And he's expecting to see not Luka Doncic.
Right.
And after watching the video evidence, he's like, I see it. And if he can carry that over to the Lakers, I mean, obviously the Lakers were one of the better defending teams in the second half of the season. If they can be that from the start of the season, we'll see where they can go.
And Luka Doncic is going to be a huge piece of everything that the Lakers do. The other sort of piece in all of this that we haven't mentioned yet, of course, is LeBron James. And he sat down with Speedy Morman on Complex. Just take a listen to what he had to say when the topic of his retirement came up.
Listen, guys, every time I pick up something new does not mean retirement. It's like, oh, with chopsticks. Oh, he's retiring. Oh, I've seen you wear a T-shirt that's too big. Oh, retirement. Oh, he picked up golf. Retirement. It's like, it's just something I want to do. It's just a little hobby. But retirement is coming. It is coming. It's just not here just yet.
Does just yet mean like today or tomorrow? What's your takeaway here?
Well, first of all, shout out to my Q's brother, Speedy Morman. Great interview.
Yeah.
Very compelling, LeBron, that you got in that sit down. But honestly, I've spoken to countless people close to LeBron over this summer after kind of the murkiness of the statement from Rich Paul that was given to Shams Charania after LeBron picked up his option for year 23. And most of them are telling me, I think we're pretty close to the end, but I don't know if LeBron knows where he's at. Does he know that this is from day one going to be the last year? Will he start to feel it? Will he start to feel otherwise and say, you know what, this is a really good Lakers team.
Sure.
And maybe we can do something special this year and extend it.
Yep.
You know, one person close to him told me at one point, if the Lakers win, is he going to walk away from the chance to defend it and get 6 rings versus 5? I mean, obviously, there are many permutations out there, and we have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I think that's a really human approach to all of this, right? And we've seen players, Kobe Bryant, they didn't necessarily declare it at the beginning of the season. You feel it out a little bit before that decision is made. I'm sure we will be talking a lot more as we approach the season on these Los Angeles Lakers. Dave McMenamin, thank you very much.
It's like the toughness that it takes, like the gut checks that it takes. Like, y'all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we've been through all of it, right? So it doesn't matter the circumstance, it doesn't matter the score, it doesn't matter the time. You always put your best foot forward. And I am so proud that we live to fight another day!
Is the energy we all need on this Friday. You know what else we need? We need a little NBA Today debut, and Ari Chambers is making hers right now. Sis, you were at the game last night in Atlanta. I'm so glad to unpack it with you now because the Fever, they turned some dreams into nightmares for Atlanta, but resilience, right? That's the word that I keep coming back to. How did the Fever demonstrate that in this game?
Well, Malika, I think it's only appropriate to continue the Meek Mill. The Indiana Fever said, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought we were finished. And
then I weren't. Okay.
But they're used to having their backs against the wall. So in a time where you have a team who has faced so much adversity over time, you attack it through relentless defense and just prowess and grit. And they had grit with Alexi Hull, her ability to utilize her length and just her insight to everything. And staying relentless in her pursuit with that. And Coach Stephanie White said that the tech that Aaliyah Boston got was actually the turning point for them. They were really going into the fact that they were just having to prove themselves backs against the wall, but it was a point of composure. And so they regained composure and just settled in and were able to close it out.
And I just love the energy they played with throughout this game, no matter as the dream started to pull away. I thought it was done when it was a 5-point game there at the end. Even on that broken play, the resilience once again from this team that has been downtrodden, that has had so many injuries. It's going to be fun to see them in the second round here. And now we know who they're going to play, right? Because from one thriller to another, Game 3 coming after the Storm handed the Aces their first loss in 18.
you.